How you doing? My name is Kevin. I guess you're having troubles getting your power washer started. You left it set all winter long. You didn't start it and you didn't put any stable in it. So ethanol kind of takes over from there, plugs up your carburetor, and you can't get it running. Well, I'm going to take you in a step-by-step on how to clean the carburetor and the gas tank on this power washer so you can get yours back up and running again. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do to this thing is we're going to try to get some of the dust and dirt off of it just by spraying it down with some air, blowing it off. We'll take a little brush, just kind of get some of that off. Just get a little bit of it, and then we're going to take a Phillips screwdriver. We have one bolt here on the top. We're going to pull this out. We're digging down to the carburetor. That's what we want to do. Make sure you're putting your bolts in something that where you won't lose them. Get you a magnetic tray and put them in. And don't forget, if you get to where you can't remember where your bolts go, start taking pictures or a small video. Like me, all I got to do is look back on this video and I'll know exactly where every bolt goes because I got it on video. But pictures are just fine. Get that cell phone out and take them pictures. See, now that gives us really good access down into this piece here to where our carburetor is. So let's take a look down in here. So now once we take that little pan off the top of here, look how much we can see now down in here. So we have our carburetor right here, and this is going to be our throttle right here. We got some wires up in here that goes to the on and off switch. I think this is going to be pretty simple. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take this piece off, slide that up, and then we're going to pull our filter out. Go ahead and pull your filter out. And when you look down in here, you got two bolts in here, one there and one there. We're going to take them two bolts out. So we're going to go ahead and take these two bolts out.
It just slipped out.
Okay, now that we got them two bolts out, we can pull them. Let's put them where we won't lose them. We don't want to lose the bolts. We're going to just slide this guy right up on the top. I'm just going to set him up on the top there. Now we got down to where we can get some more of this off. We want to take the fuel line off. Make sure you have a container to put your old gas in. You never know how much is in them. Break that thing loose right there. Okay, just drain the gas into a container. Get rid of all that old gas. That stuff stinks. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to take this bolt out, and there's another bolt just on the other side here, and that's going to be a T30 or a 10 millimeter. Now a 10 millimeter fits in there, but on this back side it's really tight. So I'm just going to use a T30, and I just put it on a 1/4 inch ratchet, and that'll work just fine to get these bolts out. Now if you notice, your back one is where your kill switch hooks onto, so we'll remember that goes in that back right corner. Now we just have our carburetor hanging here. I'm going to remove this guy right here, this little spring. We're going to pull it out of there, and this piece will just come out like that. And we're going to put our spring up because we don't want to lose our spring. And now all we have to do is take our carburetor and we'll unhook these guys right here, and then this one will come out like so. So now we have our carburetor off and ready to be cleaned. Okay, make sure you got a nice clean rag to work on, and the first thing I want to do to this is I want to take a little bit of air, and we want to blow the carburetor off and wipe it off. Try to get some of the dirt on the outside of it off before we get to cleaning. Make sure you got some clean rags handy because you're going to need them. We're just trying to get it cleaned up enough to where we don't get any of this garbage on the inside of our carb. Now we're going to take a 13 millimeter socket and we're going to break the bowl loose. Be careful with this. It's going to be a little tight. There you go. we'll go ahead and unscrew this bolt off the bottom. You know, it doesn't look too bad. I see a little tiny bit of water down in there. There's a little bit of water in there. That might have just came out of the bottom of the tank. So we'll dump that out. We're going to take our rag and we're going to clean this. And anything that looks like it's like a dark spot there in that corner right there, you can see that little dark spot. What I do is I take a little pick and I'll scrape that stuff off. Make sure I get it off of there. Make sure there's no hole going through there. It's a little corroded, but I don't see any hole. And then we'll wipe this thing out real good. Now, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but when I clean the inside of these carburetors, I use WD-40 to spray them out. And let me tell you why I use WD-40 and not carburetor cleaner. If I was to go get a harsh carburetor cleaner right now and start spraying on this, it may just eat up this gasket, may even mess with my float, all the rubber seals in it, it could eat them out, and I don't want to do that. So I use WD-40 to clean my carburetors. It's easier and it's not as harsh on your carburetor. Won't hurt your gaskets. When I'm cleaning my carburetors, I'll take a torch cleaner and I will use them, but I don't use this piece up in here. I don't foul it out. I'm just basically loosening up the stuff that's inside of there. You want to loosen up any garbage that might be in there. You'll see a hole on the side. Make sure it goes all the way through. Don't foul your holes out. If you foul them holes out, you're going to mess your carburetor up. Now when you spray fluid down in here, you spray fluid in here. The holes on the sides is where the fluid's going to come out. So kind of watch your eyes when you do this, and then spray it with some fluid, and it comes out both sides. Came out both sides of it. So this little guy is good. It's cleaned. It's good enough. Now I use some little cleaners here, like pipe cleaners, to do some whatever I can't get to. Now we're going to finish pulling this carburetor apart. We're going to take this little pin out right there. That's your float pin. Put it off to the side. Don't forget, we're keeping everything over here. And then we're going to pull this up. This has our main jet in it that allows our gas to get into our carburetor right here. You can see it. We're going to pull it, just slide it up and take it off. Set our float down, and we're going to set our jet over here. Now, down inside of these, I like to blow them out with a little bit of air. But you don't want to put too much air in it. Set your air compressor down on a lower pressure. Use your pressure regulator. I set it down to about 35-40 pounds of pressure. You literally could blow these jets across the room and you'll lose them. And you don't want to do that, because then you're going to have to get a rebuilt kit for it. It's going to be a pain in the butt. Now we'll look down in here and we can see there's a little bit of corrosion on these. What is that? Yeah, it's just debris down in there. You can see it. See it right here. You can see it right there. See, it's loose. I'm not sure what that is, but we don't want it in our carburetor. You can see I'm scratching it there. Just going to pick that stuff off. Some kind of corrosion or something in there. I'll put it on this rag so you can see it a little better. We have a clean white rag. We'll do it right here. See that stuff right there? You may not think that'll hurt your carburetor, but it will hurt your carburetor. So we're going to get this guy cleaned up really good. And what we get loose on there, what we can do, once we get it all loosened, we can take our WD-40 and we can wash it off. And then loosen it up some more until we get it all off of there. So let me get some air here. I'm going to blow this out a little bit just so I can see a little better. Now that we blowed that out real good, I think we got everything cleaned up on those two little barrels right there. We got them cleaned up. I'm going to take a little bit of WD-40 and we're going to stick it in this hole, and it should come out right here. You can see it came out up on the top. Now these two holes down in here, you got two more jets down in here. What you want to do is you want to spray in here and it should come out down in here. So we'll go ahead and stick these in here. We'll stick this one down in here. Now I'm going to try to get it to where you can see down in there. You can see the spray coming out down inside there. We know that that's open right there and it's coming out down inside. So you want to look down in here, and make sure these jets are running that fluid down through the inside of there. Now if it would happen to be plugged up, you won't see that fluid come down inside there. If you don't see it, you're going to have to get that fluid to get down through there. You might have to put a little more pressure on it. You may even have to take your air gun and blow a little bit down through there to get those little ports opened. Now we're just going to take a little air and we're going to clean this out a little bit. We're going to inspect our carburetor one more time. Make sure we don't see a bunch of garbage laying in there anywhere. We're not seeing anything. Now we're going to spray a little bit of WD-40 on our float. We're going to take a clean rag. And we're going to wipe everything off. Any of that old ethanol that might be on there, you just want to wipe it off. And ethanol is not easy to see. A lot of times it's white. So this float being white, it'd be hard to spot it on there. Now we're going to take our jet. We'll spray it down just a little bit of WD. And we're going to wipe it off too. Want to make sure there's nothing on that tip. Make sure it's nice and clean. No debris on it. Make sure this guy moves in and out. You want to make sure that goes in and out. That's on your jet. Now we're going to slide our jet back into our float by sticking it right down in here and slide it up in. And it'll hang there just like that. We're going to slide it down in that hole. Like so. Now we're going to take our little pin. We're going to wipe our little pin off. Make sure there's nothing on that little pin. Now go ahead and slide your pin back in your float. Like that. And this guy is perfectly clean. We don't have anything else to do to that. It's really good and clean. So we'll go ahead and slide this guy down on top of here. And we already cleaned this guy up. He's ready to go. I will put a little air on that just to blow it out. Now we're going to put our bolt in the bottom. $13mm socket. Going to give it a good snug. Now don't over tighten them. This is brass, this is aluminum. You don't want to over tighten them. So now our carburetor is ready to be put back on. This thing should take gas good. Everything looked like it was opened up nice. We're going to wipe it off a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and mount this back on. And then we're going to get the carburetor, or we're going to get the gas tank cleaned. After we get this mounted back on, we're going to pull that gas tank off. And we're going to clean it. Okay, now that we are getting ready to put our carburetor back on, we want to inspect this gasket right here. There's a little O-ring in here, and ours looks just fine. So I think we're ready to put our carburetor on. Wipe off everything before you put it on. Make sure you wipe down everything. And I think the first thing we got to do is put all of these guys here back in. So let's get this stuff hooked back into place. And hopefully you guys took some pictures of what you're doing so you don't get screwed up while you're putting this back on. Get Get your bolts started. And don't forget this back bolt. We had this ground that went on this back bolt. So we're going to slide it in here. Get it started. And go ahead and get our bolts tightened up in there. That way we'll have this much done out of the way. Go ahead and snug your bolts up after you got them all started. I just broke that carburetor. I just broke that carburetor.